Okay, as you see, this is the question. Analyze the continuous beam loaded as shown in figure by moment distribution method. Sketch the bending moment and shear force diagram. Okay, so you have joints A, B, C, both far ends are fixed. This is by moment distribution method. So sketch the bending moment diagram. We are going to show till what is this bending moment diagram. Okay, until if you solve till bending moment diagram, later on we will go with shear force diagram. So what is AB is the span, DA is fixed, D is fixed, BC are intermediate support. You have UDL at AB span, BC span you have unsymmetric point load, and CD span you have a symmetric point load. So first what you need to do is step 1, as I told you for all the methods, it is FEMs. So this one is fixed end moment. What is FEM? FEM is fixed end moment. Okay, for span AB, first do it for span AB. So this starts your solution from first step, span AB. Okay, span AB, both far ends fixed. What is the type of load is UDL? This is 10 kilonewton. So this is MFAB. And what is this? MFBA. Okay, so MFAB for UDL, what is the formula? Minus WL square by 12. Minus WL square by 12, distance is 5 meters, minus W is 10 into 5 square divided by 12. How much you will have? So answer will be, when you calculate, use your calci and check the answers. So answer will be somewhere around 'So if after calculating you have an answer which will be so 10 into 5 square by 12 will be minus 20.83 kilonewton meter. Okay, similarly MFBA, if you go, it will be plus positive WL square by 12. WL square by 12. So if you do this, plus 10 into 5 square divided by 12, you have plus 20.83 kilonewton meter. So this is the moment for AB span. AB span, this will be the moment. Now go for the span BC. Span BC, if you go, it has the unsymmetric point load. So this is BC span. This will be MFBC and this will be MFCB. 25 and this is 3 and 1 meter. Okay, so this will be MFBC and this will be MFCB. Okay, MFBC will be minus W AB square by L square. Okay, minus 25 into 3 into 1 square divided by 4 square. Minus 25 into 3 into 1 divided by 16, the answer will be, if you calculate, minus 4.69 kilonewton meter. Okay, now similarly go for MFCB, it will be plus W A square B by L square, that is minus 25 into 3 square into 1 divided by 4 square. So if you do, answer for this will be plus 14, positive, plus 4 is for the positive, plus 14.06 kilonewton meter. Similarly go for span CD. Span CD is the symmetric point load. Symmetric point load at the center exactly, that is 40. Distance of the span is 5 meters. So this becomes CD, means this is MFCD and this will be MFDC. So MFCD will be formula, this is WL by 8, minus W is 40, length is 5 divided by 8. So answer for this will be 8 ones are 8. How much are 40? 8 5s are. So 5 into 5, it is 25 kilonewton meter minus Similarly, MFDC plus WL by 8. Answer for this will be 40 into 5 divided by 8. Similarly, answer will be 25 kilonewton meter. Okay, these are your FEMs. These are your FEMs. And when you go for the next step will be, next step for what? Next step for moment distribution is step 2. Okay, step 2 will be distribution factor. Okay, now distribution factor, you have tabular column for this. Distribution factor is calculated in the tabular form. First we should consider the intermediate joints. Instead of intermediate, I'll write down only joint. Okay, this is a procedure where you need to follow. Joint, what are the members along with that joint? Okay, what are the members along with that? Then stiffness factor, you have, there is something called as stiffness of the member, K, and stiffness is dependent on the support and summation of that stiffness of that joint. Okay, and then finally we'll have distribution factor, K divided by summation K will give you distribution factor. Okay, now joint, intermediate joint, you should remember this joint is not all joints considering only intermediate joints. When you consider intermediate joints are only B and C. These are two intermediate joints. If you see the beam, intermediate joints are B and C. So along with that, what are the members with joint B? There are two members, BA on the left side, BC on the right side. Similarly for joint C, CB on the left side, CD on the right side. So draw a table, draw a line, this line, and draw vertical line, horizontal. Okay, now what is K? K is stiffness. I told you as what is K? K is stiffness. This is dependent on the type of support. Okay, it is dependent on the type of support. As I told you, we are considering intermediate joints. This is joint B and this is joint C. This is A and D. Okay, it is stiffness is dependent on the type of the support. Okay, when we are considering for BA, you should see the type of support at joint A. Type of support at joint A. It is fixed end. Okay, when it is a fixed end, so stiffness factor will be I by L. Okay, I by L means what is I? I is keep as I, it is not given value, I as it is. Length, what is length of the member? Length of the member is 5 meters. So 1 divided by 5, it is 0.25. Okay, 0.2, not 25, 0.2. Similarly, when you have BC span, so keep, or else keep it is I by 5 as it is. I by 5 as it is. So what you will do, so when you have these values 2 by 2.2, next go for joint C. Joint C, if you convert it into fraction, it is 1 up by 5 and decimal 0.2. Now for joint BC, what is the type of support? It is hinged roller support here. It was given as a roller support, but it is an intermediate support. So intermediate supports are considered as joint. This is one condition what we have discussed. Are considered as intermediate support are considered as fixed support. So this will be I by L again. Okay. So I by I for BC span, what is I? I is 2I. 2I divided by length. What is the length of that member? Length of the member is 4 meters. So 2 by 4 is nothing but 1 by 2. That will become 0.5. Okay, 0.5. So 0.5 and 2.5, 0.5. So summation of this is 0.2 plus 0.5 will give you 0.7. Okay, this will give you 0.7. Now similarly go for CB. B as again is intermediate joint. When B is intermediate joint, you will have I by L. For CB member again it is 2I and length is again how much? 4 meters. So it will become 0.5I. This I is there, it is not deleted, 0.7I. Okay, when you do this, remaining for the last CD portion also, you should see the type of support D. D support is fixed. When it is fixed again it is I by L. What is I there? I is I itself. what is length of that member? Length of the member is 5, so it will be 0.2 I again. So when you do summation of this will be 0.7 I. Okay, now distribution factor will be K divided by summation K. For BA member what is K? K is 0.2. K is 0.2. What is summation of K? That is 0.7 I. 0.2 I and I will get cancelled. 2 by 7, I and I will get cancelled. 0.2 divided by 0.7, you will have, okay, after calculating what you have, this is 0.285, this is 0.715 for BC member. When you add this, the summation should always be equal to 1. When you add this, summation should be always equal to 1. 0.285, 0.715. So this is 0.5 I divided by 0.7 I will get you 0.715. I and I will get cancelled, you will have this value. Similarly, when for CB span, 0.5 I divided by 0.7 I, you will get 0.715. I and I will get cancelled. Similarly, for 0.2 I divided by 0.7 I, you will get 0.28. I and I will cancel 0.285. Same for joint, this also, summation should be equal to 1. For one joint, the summation of distribution factor should be equal to 1. This step 2 is over for distribution factor. We'll go for step 3. Step 3 is moment distribution table. Okay, whatever we have done first, that is distribution factor. After distribution factor, you have moment distribution table. Now in moment distribution table, what we will do is, there are certain methods. One table, there is some set of fixed method in moment distribution table. What you should, at the left side, along the row, you should write down the things which are fixed. First, it will be joint. After that joint, all the members. With that members, what is the distribution factor of that member? With this FEMs. Distribution factor, you will get it from the step 2, and FEMs you will get it from the step 1. Joint and members, you know what are the joint and members given in the beam. For joint, what are the 4 joints? Joint A, joint B, joint C and joint D. Okay, what are the members along joint A? Joint A member, only one member it is there, AB member. With joint B, there are 2 members, that is BA. It is an intermediate joint, so it will have 2 members. This is BC. And for joint C, CB and CD. Joint D, DC. Okay, draw this line continuously so that it continues the table. Okay, distribution factor for AB member, not there. Distribution factor we are calculated only for joint B and C. For BA member, it is 0.285. As you can see there, it is 0.285. And what is for the BC member, it is 0.715. Okay, similarly here 0.715, and here it will be 0.285. For DC, there won't be any distribution factor. FEMs, now FEMs you will get in the step 1. For AB member, FEM is minus 20. If you turn your page and check where you solved 0.283, this is plus 0.283, and here it is BC member, it is minus 4.89, and CB member it is 14.06, and CD member it is 25, minus 25, and this is plus 25. Okay, when you have this, so after writing all these 4 steps, you have some recurring steps of balancing and carryover. I'll tell you what is balancing and carryover. You should do this 4 times, balancing and carryover. 2 times it is over. This is first cycle, this is second cycle. Balancing and carryover, this is third cycle, this will be a third cycle. Balancing and carryover, this will be a fourth cycle. So 4 times you should do, and finally you should balance. Okay, 4 times you should do carryover and balancing and carryover, and final last balancing, and then final movements of the members. So this will complete your table if you do this, and you will get the final movements what is required for the problem. So what is balancing? Balancing at joint B, the summation of the moment, we know that the summation of moment at joint B is equal to 0. Okay, but here if you see there is some unbalanced moment acting at the joint. When you do this summation of this, FEMs are nothing but moment, fixed end moment. 20 minus 4.89. Okay, if you add and subtract this 20 minus 4.8, there will be 15 point something. That is the unbalanced movement. That unbalanced movement you should distribute for BA and BC. That unbalanced for 15, what it is there, you should distribute between this and this. So that the method, for that reason the method is known as distribution. Whatever unbalanced movement is there, that is distributed. The unbalanced movement is distributed. Now see 20 and minus 4. There is some unbalanced movement you calculate and you see there is some unbalanced movement like 15. Okay, 20. That 15, if it is okay, it is what 20. I show you here in the small. No need to calculate this. Just for rough work, 20.83 minus 4.89. It will be somewhere around 15 or 14. Okay, assume it is calculate and check it is 15. If it is plus 15, this is the unbalanced movement acting at that joint. Okay, what you need to distribute that movement and balance it. When plus 15 is the unbalanced movement, balancing movement will be minus 15. Balancing movement will be opposite sign but equal magnitude, it will minus 15. So that minus 15 you need to distribute between two members, that is member BA and BC. Now how to distribute? For distribute, how much we should distribute for BA and BC? That will, how much we'll get it from distribution factor. 0.285 of that 15 will be distributed to BA and 0.715 of 15 will be distributed to BC. So multiply 15 with 0.85. Multiply this 15 with 0.2285, you will get minus 15.8285, you will get minus 4.61. Okay, and this will be multiply with 0.715, it will be minus 11 point, you calculate, use your calci, 11.53. It will be minus 11.53. Similarly, you do it for joint C. Joint C, it is minus 25 and plus 14. So check, the unbalanced movement will be, so 14, 20, or if you remove, subtract 25 or 14, you do subtraction, it will be 6 plus 5, that will be 11, 10 point something, 10.96, 10.94. and greater sign, that is minus. So minus 9, 10 point is the unbalanced movement. Balancing movement will be same, opposite sign, same magnitude. Okay, to make it 0, unbalanced movement is acting how much? 10. To balance that joint, we should require 10 plus 10. This plus 10 you should distribute between BC, CB and CD. Okay, what according to the distribution factor. So this plus 10 will be distributed, plus 10 will be distributed, plus 10 according to 0.75 of that. If you do 10.7, it will be 7 point positive sign. Why? Because unbalanced movement is minus in negative, so it will be positive balance. 7.81 and this will be 3.13. So this is the balancing of joint B and C. I hope you have understood. If not, you can continue. Next steps when you do, you will be similar with this. So what is carryover? Next step is carryover. Carryover is very simple. Nothing, carryover to the, if BA is there, we'll carry over this to end of that member, that is AB. Now AB carryover is always half of whatever it is. If it is minus 4.61, the carryover will be half of that, that is minus 2.13. And here BC end, it will be carried over to CB. CB member will be carried over to BC. Here half, always half, there will be the carrier, half of 11.53, sign will remain same, 5.77, and half of 7.81 will be 3.91, and half of 3.13 will be 1.75. This is the carryover. Now this one cycle of balancing is over. Now cycle 2 of balancing, here the moment you see 3.91, here there is nothing. So plus 3.93 and 0, the summation should always be equal to 0 at any intermediate joint. That is the equilibrium condition. But here you have 3.91 and here 0. So the summation is not equal to unbalanced. There is some still unbalanced moment acting. So 3.91 is the unbalanced moment. Okay. To balance it, you should plus 3.91 is the unbalanced moment. To balance it, you need to apply minus 3.91 and distribute for BA and BC according to the distribution factor. If you multiply minus 3.91 with 2.85, you will have minus 1.12 and minus 2.79. Okay, in the same way, do it for joint C. Minus 5.77 is the unbalanced moment. Balancing moment will be opposite of that. That is plus 5.77. That plus 5.77 you should multiply with these distribution factors. So you will have 4.12 and 1.65. So you have balanced joint B and C again. Here there is nothing. If nothing, consider 0. Minus 7.7 is the unbalanced moment. Balancing will be plus 7.77. Why? Because at intermediate joint the summation should be equal to 0. If some unbalanced moment is 0 there, to balance it you should apply equal amount of moment. Okay, to make it 0. Minus 7.7, to make it 0, what it should apply? Plus 5 point. That plus 5.77 you should multiplying with 0.75, you'll get this answer. With 0.285 you'll get this answer. Now again step carryover, similar step of carryover. Carryover factor is half. Whatever moment is there, you should supply that to the other end by dividing with 2. Minus 1.12, when you divide by 2, it will be minus 0.56. Carryover should be of the same sign, no change. Minus 2.79, when you carry over, it will be minus 1.40, and minus 4.12, when you carry over, it will be 2.06. 1.65, when you carry over, half of this will be 0.83. So this step, cycle 2 is over. Similarly, when you do, we'll do it for third cycle. So third cycle and fourth cycle. So see, what is the unbalanced movement? Here still we have not got 0. Unbalanced movement will be what? 2.06. Unbalanced movement is 2.06. To balance that, we should apply equal amount in opposite sign. Minus 2.06 is the unbalanced movement. Balancing movement will be plus 2.06. When you multiply plus 0.26 with distribution factor, these distribution factors are very important. You should always multiply with distribution factor in the whole cycle. Minus 0.26, 0.6 if you multiply with 0.285, you will have minus 0.59 and minus 1.47. In the same way, if you multiply minus 1.04, balancing moment will be plus 1.040. If you multiply this again with distribution factor 1.40, you will have 1.00, and if you multiply with 0.28, it will be 0.4. Now next again repeat the carryover process to the other end. 0.59 if you divide by 2, and carryover is always half of that. Half of 0.6 is 0.3. Half of 1.47 is how much? Minus 0. Carryover, the sign remains the same. Half of 1 is what? Half of 1 will be nothing but 0.5. Okay, half of 0.4 will be nothing but 0.2. This is your third cycle. Okay, in the same way, last cycle 0.5, is the unbalanced movement remaining. If you need to balance it, it will be minus 0.5. Minus 0.5 if you multiply, okay, with the distribution factors, minus 0.5 if you multiply, it will be minus 0. It is a iterative process and lengthy process for this table. But once you start doing it, you will find it easy. Multiply, after multiplying minus 0.5 with 0.8, it will be 0.14, and this will be 0.36. In the same way, minus 0.74 is the unbalanced movement. Balancing will be plus 0.74. This will be plus 0.53 and plus 0.21. If you multiply with 0.285, again do carry over. Remember, you should do it 4 times and then last do ones balancing. Half of minus 1.4 is minus 0.07. Half of 0.53 is 0.27. Half of 0.36 is minus 0.16. Half of 0.21 is 0.11. Last you do once balancing. How will do balancing? Last 0.27, if you balance, that will be minus 0.08 and minus is 0.04 and minus 0.19, and 0.18 if you distribute balance, it will be 0.13 and this will be 0.05. Okay, so how many times? If 1 cycle, 2 cycle, 3rd cycle, 4th cycle, last balancing you have done. When you do summation of all this, 4 times you have done, last once you have done balancing. If you do summation of all this, the answer should be somewhere around, you should add vertical column wise. For AB member, add all the moments. Don't add these distribution factors. These distribution factors need not be added. Why? Because these are distribution factors, these are not movement. Except this, you add all the moments. After doing all the addition, the answer should be somewhere around minus 24.11 for AB member. For BC member, answer should be somewhere around 14.2 and this minus 14.2, and here plus 19.56, and this will be minus 19.56. Now you can get somewhere around 19.5, and this at the end here it should be somewhere around 27.7. Okay, so this you can see here now with the final moment. If you see the final moment, summation of the at this joint is equal to 0. Plus 14.2 minus 14.2 is equal to 0. Plus 19.5 minus 19.5 is equal to 0. So this is the final moment. The summation of that joint should be equal to 0. So this is the final moment. 4 times you have done carry over and balancing. So these are your final moments at the joints. Now you should draw the bending moment diagram for this. And I have told you how to draw a bending moment diagram. Whatever beam you have got, first draw the free BMD. So this is the beam given. For this we'll draw free BMD. So what are the answers? This is your beam. Okay, this is your beam, joint B, joint C. We'll redraw the same thing. There is a type of load UDL, and this type of load is point load 25 and symmetric. This is symmetric point load 40, and you have this as 10 kilonewton, 25, 40, and what are the final moments? This is joint B, this is joint C and D. Distance of the members, it is 5 meters, this is 4 meters, and this is what, 5 meters. Okay, now what is the final moment at joint B? What do you have calculated final moment? It is minus, means that's why anti-clockwise I have put 24.11. For BA member it is plus 14.29, and for BC member minus 14.2. So this is plus minus 14.2, and CB member, it is plus 19.5, and this is minus 19.5. So this is 19.5. I'll write these are all circled our answers, final moment. And at this end, final moment at the joints, and at this end it is 27.7. Okay, these are the final moments. To draw the bending moment diagram, I told you we need free BMD. Free BMD will be due to the loads what we calculate. For AB member, it is UDL, so WL square by 8. W is 10, length is 5 square divided by 8. 10 into 25. So your free BMD will be, your free BMD for AB member, for AB member, free BMD will be, to calculate in your calci and check, free BMD will be somewhere around or exactly 31.25. For BC member, BC's member, it is unsymmetric point load. Unsymmetric point load formula is WAB by L. Okay, WAB by L, that is 25 into A is 3, B is 1 divided by 4 will give you 18.75. CD member is what? WL by 4, exact point load. So W is 40, length is 5 divided by 4. 4 ones are 4 tens are 10, that is 50 kilonewton meter. Don't forget the unit, kilonewton meter, because in VTU you will have to write the units. Okay, this is the free BMD. Now what you need to draw is draw the baseline. We'll draw a baseline. For drawing the BMD, this is your joint A. At 5 meters you have joint B. At 4 meters you have joint C. At again 5 meters you have joint D. Okay, now first draw the free BMD. What you have got? Free BMD for AB span, that is as UDL. For UDL, you know, it is a parabolic curve. UDL, you draw a parabolic curve. Okay, for this is how much? This is 31.25. You know, this is 31.25. Okay, for BC member, it is unsymmetric point load. It is 18.5, less than somewhere 18.5 exactly. If you see the point load, it will be somewhere here 18.5 will be. Okay, this is 18.75. Okay, for CD member it is 50. 50 will be higher as comparatively what we draw. It is not exact, it is comparative diagram, bending moment. So this will be, the nature will be correct, exactly same. So 50 will be somewhere. So this is center 50. So this is 50. Now due to free BMD will always be a positive nature bending moment, because it will produce a sagging effect, so it will be positive. Now whatever moments you have got due to fixed support, final moments, what we have got, final moments like 24, 14.2, 19.5, where we are going to draw that, we are going to draw exactly at the joint. For A joint it will be 24. 24 will be around here, 24. Okay, this is 24.14. Joint B, it is 14.2. For joint C, it is 19.5. For joint D, it is 27.7. So join this. Points. So these are all negative moments due to fixed end. So this is your nothing but bending moment diagram. So this is your so try and solve this problem. This problem will be there for internal. So check. Okay, do it, practice it and check the results.